Welcome to the African American Book Review, brought to you by Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Tau Rho Omega Chapter. I'm Dr. Shaunta Scroggins, and today I will offer a review of All About Love, New Visions by, oh, you can't see that, Bell Hooks. This book, I am convinced, is a classic. The copyright is from 2001, but the theme is universal. And for that reason, if you do not have this book in your library, before I even get into the details, um, I think you want to get this book into your library. Between the experiences of Bell Hook's life and the scholarship, the research that's put into this book is a challenge from page one. Uh, we are challenged to see that the writings about love historically are mostly from men, and they're limited in their presentation and perspective. There is an introduction and 13 chapters that turn the idea of love in many directions: grace, clarity, justice, honesty, commitment, spirituality, values, greed, community, mutuality, romance, loss, healing, and destiny. Let me read you something from the preface. When I was a child, it was clear to me that life was not worth living if we did not know love. I wish I could testify that I came to this awareness because of the love I felt in my life. But it was love's absence that let me know how much love mattered. Now, this is the opening of the book. So that lets you know we're not dealing with some touchy feely aspect of love. This is a book for thinkers. This is a book for people who maybe you've been disappointed or disenchanted or disillusioned about love in several aspects. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but if you've had an issue with love, if you've taken issue with love on any area, then this book is for you. We're reminded by Bell Hooks that language matters when we talk about love. She says, if we were constantly remembering that love is as love does, we would not use the word in a manner that devalues and degrades its meaning. When we are loving, we openly and honestly express care, affection, responsibility, respect, commitment, and trust. Language around love creates a kind of, and these are my notes right here, but language around love creates a compass, guides us toward a kind of true north, not an ideal, but a reality for us, something tangible, a certainty about love. Bell Hooks really digs in this book, and we, as responsible readers, have to confront our fear, our self responsibility, our experiences with our family, even our truth telling or our lies, our masks, how authentic we are in our presentation in our relationships, how authentic we are about love as best as we understand it. And then there's this nice big bow of the resilience of love. When love is thrown through the filters of justice and honesty and commitment and all of the names of these other chapters, we start to see this common thread for ourselves. We read about Bell Hook's experiences, and we can't help but identify in a lot of ways with our own. I had notes all through that. You see my flags. I had notes all through this book about passages that struck me, that made me think about experiences I've had that forced me to really date and label and make a note about, oh wow, I should have done this better, or now I have an understanding of why this happened. Expect a kind of cathartic experience, a journey into your own heart when you read All About Love, New Visions. I think because the theme of this book is so common to us all. We all have a desire to love and to be loved. We all want to represent love in the right way. For those of us who have a faith allegiance, then we understand that God is love, or whatever power we ascribe to. We know that love becomes central in our faith. uh, but everyone can benefit from this book. We all arrive at this sober understanding of the value of love. Whether our experiences were good or bad, we are transformed by the presence of love or the lack of love. In reading through this book, we have to admit that. We have to come to grips with what we think about love. We have to come to grips with any anger, any bitterness, any disappointment. And through her writings, and I don't know if she intended it this way, but through her writings, there is an experience that you and I, the reader, can have, that maybe we didn't bank on. There's a whole lot packed into this book. There's a timeless quality about it. And as for stated, though published in 2001, uh, I think it just speaks to the endurance of the discussion of love that I'm talking about it today, and want you to read it and to have discussions. This book is a must have for our personal libraries, and it must be considered. Love must be considered as a discussion topic in our small groups and in our book clubs with our friends and our family members. So I hope that you're convinced. I hope I've sold it well for you, and that you will really think about reading this book and sharing the message in this book, or the messages in this book, with others, and would prepare yourself to be transformed in your own journey. We appreciate your time. Thank you for watching Rho Omega's African American Book Review.